Hello, I'm Vicky. I'm the founders of Master of Vietnam. Today is the day of my life. Please come in. And straight to my office, and that's the living room where I can, and there is the dining room, but also the work desk for me as well. Normally, if I take care of my little boy, and during the time that I'm taking care of him, I can do a little bit of work. So that's how I can fit in my family life and my business life together. Firstly, in the morning when I wake up, I do meditation, very simple. Listen to one of the meditation music, and then when I get out of the bed, I've done all my personal hygiene. I drink half liter of water, and then I can try to eat some fruit. The best fruit that I think is very common and not too expensive, it is orange and apple. So that's enough vitamin C of the day, and 1 glass of milk with vitamin D supplement. Because in Melbourne the weather is changing every single day and not much of vitamin D from the sunlight, so we have to get the vitamin D supplement. What is the difference between entrepreneur life and the normal person life? There is a difference. There is a more interesting things when you do business and with entrepreneurship. So with me, I have found that entrepreneurship life is really interesting, very creative, but sometimes very stressful. The most important thing that you learn how to deal with it, and you learn how to overcome the stress and to make it become work and play and work. And for me, I have my family with the little boy and with a few shops around, and then that is more interesting to do, but sometimes it caught up a lot of things that I have to do at once and end up a little bit of stress. And fortunately, I think it is much better if I can balance it out, and then I try to sort things out and to get things to be done by my wonderful staff, and with the big support from the customers, and that is to bring me to the beautiful entrepreneurship life. But with a normal life, you don't have much things to do with the business. It's much simpler. But for me, I have some of this, the skills that I think I can do with it when I work. And when I enjoy my family life, or even I work with my staff, I still feel really positively and encourage them to bring the best of what they can. That is how I love my entrepreneurship life. I would like to tell you what the reason that brought me to be entrepreneur in Australia. I've been born in Vietnam in the business family, and with mum and dad doing business for years. And my mum, actually, she started her business when she was 8 years old, because her father passed away, and for the living she needed to get on the street and try to do the business, try to do some trade, some sale without money, but she could make the business. That's a really good point. I will tell you one day about how did she start up her business. I still remember when I was young, when I helped my mom and dad in the family business, I saw some negative things in the business. For example, very little margin and not much profit, and the people they did some dodgy business to my parents, and that's the reason why I told my mom. I said, in science is black is black, white is white. In the mathematics, 1 is 1, 2 is 2. So I can see some of the negative like that. I don't really like to do business with the business people like that. And then I told mum, I said, I would like to do science and I would like to study overseas. In 2001, they sent me to Australia, and I started my study life since then. And I study a Bachelor of Food Science and Technology because I love food. I can see food is like everyone can have it every day, and food is medicine as well. So that's the reason why brought me into this course and become the food scientist. And afterward I tried to get a job, but I couldn't get a job, and I said, all right, I'll apply to try to get the job that I can do food in the food industry, but end up I didn't have the good position in that industry. They offered me in the pet food company, but I didn't really like it. And then I got another offer to be the receptionist in medical center, and then I've been promoted to be the manager, and I've been working in that industry for a while. And then I make another move to real estate as well. Another part-time job that I did, it was in the e-commerce company that they trade UGG boots. It was an amazing business, and then I can see my skill set in that industry is actually really good, and that's where I start my business. And I look for the shop, and then I start up with that first in the first 2-3 years, and then I make the decision to make the change because I saw the economic crisis in 2010 and 11 affected Australian market really badly, and I made the move, and I used my degree in food science technology with my knowledge and my favorite food, and I would like to bring the food that I love and the food that I like, and also the science and the technology that I learned from food that I put in my business to make it become Master of Vietnam. Would you like to know what business I'm doing? I gotta show you. Okay, I gotta show you. Master Roll Vietnam, first baby. Hello.
Okay.
Sorry. Now 3 o'clock, but the shop a little bit busy because maybe the rainy day. Ben and Shannon, he loves this flavor, chicken banh mi. He loves the chicken. And add a little bit of chili. Yummy. There. This is the one to draft. This one to draft. This is the Master of Vietnam. And I thought that I should do the menu in the Ash Chef represented Vietnam. and then I try everything. Boom. Phở, spring roll, bánh xèo, blah blah blah, baguette, and then afterward we have to rename these ones again. So I think I come up with something up with like this one really raw. It's like we got banh mi, we got boom, stuff like that. So we just started. That's the draft in 2013. Bye Chung, bye Vi. Normally I got home around a bit earlier, about 3:30, so I can pick up my little boy. But today he's staying at home, so I can get back home a bit late, about 5, and the time for me to prepare dinner for the family. Yeah, and after I prepare dinner, and then I try to tidy up a bit of the homework for my little boy, and then we go to bed early, 8 o'clock, and then afterward I can start a little work, or I can go straight to bed. I get up early in the morning, about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. But for business, is part of the fun of my life, and family. I want to enjoy it with my family too, and in the business, of course, everyone they need to deal with a lot of issues and a lot of stress, but beside it is still a lot of things that you can do a bit more fun, more creative. And in family business, similar too, if you see that you can do something, it's fun and creative for your family members, and then that will be the happy life, yes. And with me, I have found it really interesting that most of the time that I spend with my little boy is more creating things that are coming out after any time that I spend with him. Because the kid is amazing, and they're really creative, and they're really cheerful, they're really active, and he's just a part of the inspiration for me to do the good things in my business as well. For me, with my experience for years in the small business, I really would like the young entrepreneurs to have the creative mind, and then be confident on what you think, and on you have to draw out what your dream is, and in the short time that you have to come up with a business plan that you would like to do, and then you keep revise it in the short period, and then come up with the concrete business plan when you start it, rather than you just think it and then you put it aside and you don't do anything, and then it becomes fermented business plan, so it doesn't work. So if you have a dream about it and you have the capacity to do it, so just start it. But make sure that you have to go through with all of the idea and finance, and also the people and the support. And the most important thing is yourself. You have to know that what you want to do and why you're doing it and how do you do it is just really important. Thank you for listening. And I really enjoy for the talk, and hopefully that you enjoy for this talk as well. And hopefully that I can come up another video with more interesting things. Bye bye.